While doing so, we also want moms to have a venue to share their moms hacks and moms tips while we are having the best time of our lives. Our goal for this channel is to help moms like us to promote their business and share their stories.
Hi, I'm Diane.
And I'm Rana. Welcome to Moms in Bees Global. So today is our episode 2 of this amazing journey of digital mothers around the globe.
So,
Hashtag business with a heart.
Heart!
Hello to all the moms out there. We are your Moms in Biz global partners. So we are ordinary moms who met through this digital business. Today, we have a special mom guest. She's a mom of 3 lovely children and they live in Perth, Western Australia. She works in a hospitality industry and now she's a full-time mom and a full-time digital business owner. So let's welcome guys, Mommy Diane!
Hi, Mommy Rana. Thanks for having me. It's my turn.
Yes, it's your turn to see. All right, guys. So no more commercial breaks. We're going to do this episode 2 with Mom Diane. Are you ready, Mommy Diane?
Yes, I'm ready.
Okay, so please give us an idea of who you were before you were blessed with children.
Okay, so before I was blessed with children, maybe I can go back to the time when I finished university.
Mhm.
I finished hotel and restaurant management. So my goal then was to work in hospitality, maybe in a hotel. And I also wanted to put up my own business. In fact, after graduating university, I was looking into putting up my own coffee shop. That was my lifelong dream, really. But none of my friends were ready to join me. So what I did was I looked for a job, and finally I was able to find a job in a hotel in Pampanga. For all those Kabalens, I live in Pampanga. I'm Kapampangan. After I found this job in the hotel, I found myself in a situation wherein there was an opportunity for me to teach. And so I also tried teaching for a little bit. But while that was happening, me and my husband, we decided to get married. And so we were getting ready for our new life in Australia. So it's so funny because we had no idea what life in Australia was like. My husband's auntie lives in Australia. They just migrated then. And so we felt that it was a good opportunity for us to start our families. So we moved at 25.
Wow, so
Yes.
young.
Very young, and I felt that we were just starting our lives then. So it was very exciting.
Mhm.
But the thing is, after we got married, we were blessed with a child straight away. After a month, I got pregnant. And so when we went to Australia for the very first time, I was already 5 months pregnant. And on our first time in Australia, we were really shocked because we were in a regional area. You wouldn't believe how it wasn't something that we expected because it's funny because my husband and I talked about this, I think a few months ago, how we didn't even Google the place where we're going because we have family. So we just trusted our family. And so we came and we packed our luggages. We went to Australia with just $1,000 in our pocket. And we were ready to live our lives there. So after we arrived in Australia, So we had the first taste of what life in Australia was like. But I have to, oh, it feels like very long, but this is part of my story. So I had to go back to the Philippines to have my daughter, and then I had to go back to Australia. For the first 18 months of her life, she was living in the Philippines while we started our life in Australia so we can give her a home. And so after 18 months, there I was. I was in a situation wherein I had to work, I had to look after my daughter, and we were starting our family. So everything changed when we were finally together as a family in Australia. In short, my dreams have been, my priorities have become very different. I was no longer dreaming for myself. I was dreaming for my children, for our children. So that's how it changed. I felt that, I had to start. It feels like somehow I had to start over. I had to change the way that I think. I was no longer thinking about myself. For all the moms out there, you know what I mean. When I'm sleeping, I think about my kids. As soon as I wake up, I think about my kids. So, yes, that's how it changed my life from being someone who was ready to be out in the real world and go after what she wants in life. When I became a mom, it was the exact opposite. I no longer chased the things that I wanted for myself.
So that you have kids, you got 3 lovely children now, not only one.
There's
So
3.
So how has your life changed? Tremendously, right?
Yes,
What
yes.
is your usual routine as a mom
Okay.
nowadays? Before, let's say before the business, you've mentioned that a while ago. So after the business.
Just a bit of just to give you a bit of an idea what I was doing before the business is I had to look after the kids. I had to have a part-time job. I had to look after our household. So I felt at that time that I was just chasing the time. So I wake up early, I prepare the kids lunches, and then I get them ready, I take them to school, and then I go home and do the chores, do everything that I need to do, and then I pick them up. We get ready for bed and do everything. We need to do their homework, and that was happening for a really long time. It was just a cycle that was happening all the time. But after the business, I found that it is possible. It is possible for someone like me who's really busy in their lives to start a business like this. So now I just incorporate the business in our lives. We still do the things that we need to do, but instead of me, I used to watch a lot of TFC. I used to, especially when my kids were younger, I used to watch a lot of Chris TV while I'm doing the clothes, while I'm folding, while I'm cooking, while I'm chopping the vegetables. So instead of me spending that time watching, now I'm just using that time for the business. So I'm still able to do everything that is required of me. But one last thing. But because of this business, when I started it, I told myself that I was going to focus on this business and I'm going to make it work. So I told my husband, okay, I'm going to quit my job. It was a scary thing to do because we needed the money. We needed the money to send the kids to school. That's the reason why I was working. But I had faith. In fact, I prayed for this. I just told God that, God, I really wanted this to work. So I had faith and I quit my job and I focused on this business, and things are doing well for me and my family and the business.
Amazing. So you make it work, Amazing testimonial of you, Mommy Diane. So while we are all in the same type of business, we would like to actually know, what do you love most about it and how does it help your family nowadays?
The thing that I really love most about this business is honestly the community. I knew that, can I be honest with you? When I started this business, I had no idea how much money I'd be making in this business.
Yeah.
But I knew that it's gonna work. I was determined to make it work. So the money was not really the biggest issue here. Somewhere along the way, I found the community, and you are part of that community. You know, this is a real business wherein when you begin, there are a lot of things that you need to learn. There are a lot of things that you will have to go through. And it feels scary at the beginning, really. But then, because of our community, it just becomes a lot easier. I was able to find myself. I was able to do the things that I never thought, I never imagined I can do. Remember, we were so afraid of doing live videos.
Yeah.
And through the community, we started doing live videos together. And do you remember the time when
We first do it.
the first time that we had a live interview, it was with Mommy Rona.
In the garage. Where were you at that time?
I was in my kitchen. We were so nervous. We
Yeah.
had no idea that
Nerve-wracking.
yes, we were so nervous, and we had no idea that 18 months later we'd still be doing this. We have a YouTube channel that is for moms like us, and we want to help them to promote their business, and at the same time, we want to help all those moms out there who have no idea how to get out of their work cycle, right? Like Mommy Rona here, she was working 18 hours as a healthcare worker. I worked in hospitality for a really long time. Finally, I was able to tell myself that this is possible. I was able to quit my job, and now we have been able to replace the income that I've lost when I quit my job. We are getting more results from this business than my previous job. So we feel so blessed. We feel so blessed, and we love the community.
So I really do agree on all the things that you've said, that it's endless possibility. We don't know what to do at first, way back before, but you know where we are right now is because we don't give up.
Yes.
And if time comes, life is tough. You will never know what circumstances will be there in the future. But the main ingredients is we don't give up.
Mm-hmm.
We rest and get up stronger
Yes.
than
Yes.
before. And because of this digital community that we are in, you are not alone. You have someone else to rely and count on. You have a mentor and you have a coach. And
Yes.
aside from that, we have a group of not only moms, there's also dads in there who's longing for time freedom, for financial breakthrough, and
Yes.
all of us has the same goal. What's that goal? To be with our family, with our precious children, right? It's really an amazing community where you can experience that we were once strangers, no? Just want to add on, Mum Diane, we don't know each other.
Yeah. I was living my life here in Perth.
Normally,
Mommy Rona is all the way in California.
you're living normally, and then I came to your life, and
It's not normal anymore. Well, it's so much fun, honestly. If you met me a few years back, I was never this person. I'm a very serious person, but because of this business, I was able to live my life. I feel, I found, now I understood what the grace of God means. And now I realize that all those years when I felt that I was not enough, when I wasn't doing anything, it has allowed me to really reflect on what I wanted to do. I found myself, and I'm a lot happier. you should check out our business pages.
I can see that. Totally agree on all the things that you've said, because you will never know if this business works for you guys until such time that you actually, take that leap of faith and jump in. We don't know what the future lies, but we know that the future is held by our God. We are believers in here, and for those mommies that's gonna come to our show, we do respect
Yes.
you and respect her religion. It's just that this is who we are.
We are sharing our individual journeys.
Yes.
And this is just a real testimony of what's happening in our lives. I was just telling myself, I love this business because I don't need to be someone else.
Yeah.
We're just showing you who we are. We're just sharing our journeys here.
Real us. All right. So we know that you have been a mom for her. How many years again, Mommy Dan?
Oh, my daughter is turning 14.
Ah, oh my gosh. Yeah, so
14.
it's not just for a while, many
Long
years
time.
already. So I know and we know that all moms out there have their own hacks and tips. So please do share yours.
Okay, so I would like to share two.
You want
So
to share three?
no, just two, just two.
Yeah.
I just felt that through the years that I've been a mom, there's
Mm-hmm.
two special ones. Okay, the first one has helped me when my daughter was little and I had to go back to work. Imagine that. That was really heartbreaking for me. She was still a baby, but I had to go. I think we did this without starting with our second one. By the time my husband comes home, I need to head to work. So we will just go high-fiving and he's in charge of the kids. I'll be going to work. And there are times when the kids would not sleep and they would look for me. So what happens is that my husband will turn off the light and he will just get some old clothing with my scent on it.
Your smell, yeah. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, they're just looking for my smell. And so my husband would wrap that shirt on my daughter just to pacify her, just to make her fall asleep. So, now that I'm thinking about it, I'm like, oh my gosh, we really had to do that. But that's part of our lives before,
Yep.
especially when the kids were little.
I think my husband did that one before because I'm also working so hard outside.
Yeah.
Yes, he wrapped it in a pillow.
Mm. And so
Yeah.
they would smell you, right? They would feel that you're there.
So meaning whatever you say, some other moms might do the same. And some other moms, those new parents soon may not know these hacks or tips and they can do it.
Yeah, so we're sharing it with you already. So
Yeah.
the second one is a budget saving tip, okay? I have three girls. I know you have a boy and a girl, so it may not work for you. so this is what I do because I have three girls. I don't mind buying a bit pricey clothes, especially when there's a special occasion. Because I know that the other ones will be able to use it later on.
Pass it on.
Yes, yes. And it's so funny because, my youngest one, she's already used to it. And when she gets clothes from her sisters, she's actually very happy and she's proud of herself because she's grown so much already that she can fit into her sister's clothes.
That's true. That's true.
Oh, well, can I get one more? It's related.
But
Okay.
that doesn't work for me.
Yeah, because you have boy and girl.
One thing for that, Mommy Diane, actually, I kept some of the stuff.
Oh.
I give away some of the things. I usually send it to the Philippines, for others to use.
For others.
But I kept some of the stuff that my children, if I just feel that this is worth it to, it does not matter whether it's not so it does not matter whether branded or not. But if I just feel that that's actually a good thing to keep, I usually keep it. So I have few boxes in my garage, and I was just like looking forward for my next
Baby.
Yeah,
you
and
can save it for the next one.
yeah, I was thinking whether it's a boy or a girl, it does not matter. Those are like neutral for either a boy or a girl. So those stuff I kept it.
Yeah. One more thing is, because we have 4 seasons here, right? And during the end of the season, they have sale. So I always buy the sale clothing, right? And
Good
then
job.
you have to buy a bigger size so they can get into it the next year and the next 2 years. Especially for sleeping clothes. You don't really have to spend much. Just wait for the end of year or end of season clearance. You'll save a lot of money, especially when you have lots of kids. I've got 3, so I've learned it. I've learned how to do that.
That's so true. If we're just like neighbors, I think we're gonna we're gonna go together in those clearance areas.
Yeah, it's fun.
Really fun because you feel great if you save a lot. Let's say
Yeah.
$100.
That's me. That's me. It doesn't matter how much money I have, whether the budget is short or I have a little bit in savings. I always try to save, especially when it's when I buy something expensive. I'll be really sad if I don't get a discount. So sometimes I wait. I wait until and that's all right, right?
That's
A lot of people do that. They love bargains, and I don't know, I'm someone who loves bargains as well. I think it came from when I was young, our parents give us allowance, right? So because they give us allowance and I can see that it came from their hard work, I need to make sure that I would spend that money wisely. Yeah, that's just me. Ang daldal ko.
That's a lot, Mommy Diane, and we know that all moms out there are listening. You do have your own hacks and tips. So if you, figure out that you have not done those tips that Mom Diane said just now, you might try it. Yeah, if it works for you, then it works. If not, then try another thing.
Try another thing. All right.
I know. All right. So I don't have a clock, but do you know what time is it, Mommy Diane?
What?
It's
Oh my
game
gosh.
time. So we're going to actually play the Spin the Wheel Moms edition. So this is episode 2, and you're gonna
This
do
is
it well.
it.
All right, Game Master, come in.
Okay.
To watch our mom's
Upcoming videos. Subscribe and hit the notification bell.